tried and I tried and I tried and I failed and I failed and I failed and I finally just gave up. All right, hello everyone, welcome back. Today I just kind of want to take it a little bit easy. This is probably going to be a multi-day shoot. You see, I need to make some socks. I've made my medieval smock, but as a part of the medieval ensemble, you can't just usually wear knitted stockings. Like, they just weren't a thing then. So I gotta make some socks, which means that I need to figure out how to pattern them and I need to sew them up and do all that sort of fun thing. Every medieval lady needs to have some dragons in her life, right?
No matter how big they get, how terrifying to everyone else. They're my children.
So today's video was generously sponsored by Merge Dragons, which is a free to download online phone game that I have actually been playing for an embarrassingly long amount of time. In fact, it's actually how I spent my weekend. But what's great about Merge Dragons is that it is this interactive puzzle game where you merge pieces together to create this beautiful world. There's no real rules, there's no real challenges, it's not a stressful game. It's literally about hanging out with some cute dragons and just putting pieces together. As someone who sometimes needs an escape thing and likes to kind of check out, I have actually really enjoyed this game. There's also camp quests, and so if you complete the camp quests, then you get extra bonus prizes when you're in your camp, and I actually really like doing those. I can spend hours in my camp just merging stuff together and playing those quests. I really actually enjoy it. If you haven't downloaded Merge Dragons and you wish to play, there is actually a link down in my description below, and I would highly recommend that you all check it out. It is for iPhone and Android phones, and like I said, it is free to download. Thanks to Merge Dragons for sponsoring this video. Good morning. So I started these holes on, was it Thursday? It was Friday? Was it Friday? I think it was Friday. I went through, in the course of just a few hours, 4 mock-ups, each one of them crappy. Needless to say, this is not going the way that I thought it was gonna go. I tried and I tried and I tried and I failed and I failed and I failed. And I finally just gave up and asked Nicole yesterday for her input, because as someone who makes shoes, she gets feet a lot better than I do. Where I'm at now is I'm gonna try one more pattern, one more mock-up, doing Nicole's method, and hopefully we will have success, because, or I'm gonna ask her to make them for me at this point, because I am literally at like my wit's end. I never thought making hose would be like the most challenging thing for me, but here we are, just in a big old can of fail. It's great, super fun, having a blast. I just want to make some socks. Like, why is this so hard? Why are socks so hard? They're just socks. So after iterations upon iterations upon iterations, this is what I had ended up with, which frankly I think looks like a deranged platypus. And it wasn't the worst outcome that I had, but it definitely did not work. Also, like, this is just not right. I think the easiest thing to try is just to take the tape off, put a neat piece of paper there, and redraw everything out according to Nicole's instructions. Let's try that first, and then if it fails, I'm calling Nicole crying. Kind of looks like a dog, separate. Puppy. Look, guys, I'm an artist.
10 seconds later.
So I gave one look to this pattern and I went, you know what? There's a big old can of nope. So I called Nicole and I summoned her like a Ghostbuster.
Ghostbusters, can I help you?
Nicole, watch. Happening now. Any second. Here she comes. Here she comes. Who you gonna call?
All right, let's fix this.
Yeah, let's fix this shit show. I know I didn't do my dog.
Do we have your heel measurement?
Yeah, around, I think.
So that way we know how small it can be before your foot won't go through
I think
it.
it was around 12 inches. Let me, hold
I
on.
was gonna say, if you grab a tape measure.
I know there's one here somewhere. Point it like a lady. I took a shower so they don't stink.
Just to make this a little more safe, and we can always tuck it in more, but we're just gonna do that. And those are gonna come down nice and straight. And then you said across the top of your foot was?
It is top of
5 1/4?
5 1/4.
Like if we're up here, because we want about there. We'll go with about 6. I like 6 better. And then you just do that. And then your floored ankle was about
3.
And you just draw out like, oh yeah, that goes around your heel.
That's a much happier looking platypus.
So what we say is you have your foot measurement, but what you want to do is get rid of that much.
Oh, look how genius that was.
So if we say, all right, this needs to be that, so that needs to match up there. It'll need to be a little bit longer just because we're dealing with points and stuff like
Seam
that.
allowance.
So we're dealing with that there. And then we're going to say a little bit longer than your actual foot. So we're going to put that there. We'll just kind of figure it out right there to start. One of the other things I like to do is sometimes I like to put a little bit of curve in there.
Can you answer why you would want it curved if you pointed your toe, just for the people listening at home?
You have your straight up and down line there, and you curve it slightly. Your toe is now a little bit more. When I fitted on me, it did that, and I went, oh, that actually makes some sense, because I felt like there was some excess kind of bunching under the back of my foot.
Okay.
And that might not be something that happens to everybody, and that's
Yeah, it
fine.
makes sense though.
But it's one of those things, if you're finding some excess there, you might want that curve.
Have I ever told you guys how lucky I am that Nicole's my friend?
My brain likes this. Ta-da.
Go ballsy and cut it out of the wool, or should I cut it out of some cherry 1930s repro cotton first?
I cut all of mine straight out of the wool, but that's crazy. You don't make this more complicated than you need to. That really simple design is pretty much the exact same as you would knit it, and then you would knit the gusset into it and knit the footbed into it. You don't want to knit this. This is a lot of reduction and addition and a lot of things you don't... It's just a lot of complicated things. Knit straight. And if you knit it that way, you can cut it that way. Just tape this on your, just everybody print off one of these, tape it on your wall to remind yourself that when things start to just not make sense, it's because you're making it too complicated, and the simpler way is easy. If you start to see cloud animals in your patterns, you've gone too far. I need this in pin format. That's what I need this in. Like, just a little, like, I know the vintage, vintage style, not vintage value. I just need this as like a little
enamel pin.
And then a little enamel pin.
With like KSS on it. Like,
yeah,
keep it simple,
keep
stupid.
it simple, yes. Reminder, keep it simple. Okay, then, I'm gonna go eat lunch.
Thanks, Nicole.
Well, here it is with the bottom on. Needs obviously its ties to be held up in the right place. I need my garters, but this is the best looking one I've had. I'm gonna go with it. Not that we ever had any doubt that Nicole was a genius, but I am here on YouTube confirming Nicole is a genius. It was perfect. It was perfect. I just pinned it in and it looks great. I feel really dumb. I feel real stupid. Historic clothing, guys. The older it is, the more straightforward it is in its construction. When you begin to overthink it, that's when you're making mistakes.
Alright guys, so that is it for the medieval hose video. I don't understand why they were so difficult, but they were. I'm satisfied enough with the outcome of the hose. I think Nicole's pattern was great. I think sewing these things, there's gotta be an easier way because it was a total pain in the tuchus and I just didn't really enjoy it. However, they're super fun to wear. Like, they're actually really comfy and I kind of want to make new ones that have like padding, like wool padding, and like do a leather sole or something and have them as like stocking slippies for the winter time to like keep my legs warm and my feet warm, because I like how they are like fit to my feet. It's my medieval hose, guys. I've made my first pair of socks. It's crazy. All right, I will see you all next week with a new video, and I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.
Oh, look at that highlight. Bam. Ooh. Look at you. Ooh. Nice thing about all the smoke is that it's always golden hour in Nevada now. Who's glowing?
The dragon came back! Griffey got the ball. Griffey! No, I'm gonna leave it on. Okay. Griffey! Griffey!
I'm gonna go hang out with my cute little baby dragons in my little dragon camp.